Hi, this is Pete from FMI Enterprises. I'm an auto dealer here in Southern California since 2003, and today I have for you a very nice looking 2003 Carrera 4S with 6-speed manual transmission, 3.6 liter engine. It's got the turbo style body which came with the Carrera 4S, as well as the turbo for that year. This car has the turbo suspension, the turbo body. It doesn't have the inlets in front of the rear wheels, but it has the bumpers, the side skirts, the rear end, the fender flares. It's got a lot. It's a very nice looking car. I really think it looks very nice, especially with the rear reflector going across the back. It kind of reminds me of old 911s. So let's talk about the condition of the car. It's got a clear Carfax, shows no accidents, and that's on the auto check as well. Car has a very nice paint job. It just was polished out and it came out beautiful. Couple little minor little things here and there, but overall the paint looks pretty nice. So let's start from the front end. The front bumper cover looks good. It's got a few little nicks on the front just from normal use. A couple little paint chips right there, but I mean overall it looks really nice. The grills are solid all the way across. Under the nose, looks nice and clean. All the plastic is there. Nothing's broken off. Headlights were just polished. Looks good. Came out real good. No cracks or anything in the headlights. Hood looks very good. Left front fender's clean. The driver's side door looks good. As I said, it's got the skirts that are molded onto the body. These aren't the glue-on kind that you buy from eBay. Anyway, the left rear quarter panel looks good. The tail light over here has a couple little stress cracks. I see this all the time with these 996s. But anyway. The rear bumper, nice and clean all the way across. It's got the inlets over here, or the outlets, I should say. The deck lid, nice and clean. The reflector is free of any cracks or anything. Third brake light's clean. Got the Carrera 4S emblem, nice condition. Underneath the engine, looks nice and clean. Taillight over here has a couple little cracks as well, stress cracks. The right rear fender is clean. Right door looks good. And the right front fender is clean. Mirror's got a few tiny little nicks, but overall looks good. The roof is clean. It's got a sunroof. Windshield looks good. So overall, the paint's probably about an 8.5 to a 9, I'd say. I mean, I think it looks really good. It's not perfect, but I think it looks very nice. The wheels and tires are in good shape. You can see this wheel doesn't have a spot or rash on it. The brake pad looks near new in there. Looking at the brake pad, and the disc looks decent. Tire, probably about a good 60-70% up front there, and that's a Pirelli P0, I believe. nice tire. Pirelli's back here. Tire's the same as the front, about 50, probably about 50% there at least. A lot of tread. That's a winter tire. It says winter on it. Brake pad here in the rear is probably about 20%, I'd say. Less brake pad in the back. And the wheel looks good. There's no rash on the wheel. Same thing over here. Wheel looks good. Tire's good. This side too. Just a little tiny little nick right there, but I think wheels are very clean all around. Good tread on the tires. So that's the paint and the body condition. As I said, it's got a clear Carfax. The auto check is clear too. No accidents. Let's talk about the interior. Interior is very nice. Seats, you can see, very well kept, original seats, and the leather is nice and soft. It's got the power for the backrest and the forward and back. Good shape. The leather is nice and soft, comfortable to sit in. That goes for the same on the right hand side here. Passenger seat looks excellent. Armrest, excellent. The e-brake handle looks very good. The center console here throughout looks nice and clean. The shifter looks good. The boot, relatively soft. Leather's in good shape. It's got the add-on iPhone plug here for the radio, CD holders. You can see the center console looks good. The radio sounds good. The AC blows nice and cold. Keyless entry here, I believe. I'm not sure what's going on here, but the light's not coming on. The mileage is right there, 146,867. AC blows nice and cold. You can see the LED works good, and the radio sounds good as well.
In the orchestra, most of the big bands.
Dash looks good. Sunroof. Let's tilt up. Come back, no problem. Just keep that open. Steering wheel looks good. No nicks in the leather. Leather's in nice shape. Horn button looks clean. Got the metal style pedal set down there, which looks good. The floor mats were cleaned, steam cleaned, and covered with this plastic, and they're in good shape underneath. I haven't taken the plastic off. I don't want to ruin that, but the carpet underneath, you can see it looks beautiful. No problem there. Same with the passenger side, looks excellent over there. Got the covering on it as well. You can see in the photos, the carpet looks brand new. Door panels both look very good, and these are of course, got the leather wrapped with the stitching here, which came with the C4S, and if you ordered it with the basic 996. But this car did come with most of the options. The trunk compartment struts are good. Stickers right there. L23F is the paint code. Under here, you've got the spare tire. You got the pump right there. The tools. Everything you need to change your tire. It's got a good battery. You can see it's got the hump here, which means it's all-wheel drive. Of course, C4S What else? And so last but not least, the engine. I'm going to start the engine up. So I probably should have said this in the beginning, but I didn't want to ruin my documentary here. The engine makes a knocking noise, as you can hear. Now, we haven't taken the engine apart. We haven't done some serious investigation, but we don't know if it's going to be the top end or the bottom end of this engine that's making noise. But sounds pretty loud and obnoxious and unfortunate. The engine does run good, and as I'll demonstrate in a minute, but it does make this knocking noise. Engine's nice and clean underneath. As I showed you the bottom of the engine earlier, you can see there's really not any oil leaks underneath there. Now, I just want to make it real clear, car is as is. It's really a mechanic special car for somebody who wants to you know, get in there and get their hands dirty. It's for the regular guy to bring it to a mechanic. I would probably say, unless you have a lot of money and just really, really, really like this car, that it wouldn't be a good idea. But, you know, you could do it. I just want to be real clear that the engine's going to need to come out, and it's going to need to have some work done to it. And again, we didn't take it apart or anything to discover exactly the extent of the damage there, but definitely it sounds like a lifter bearing, something, I don't know. So, as you can see, the car runs good. I'm going to turn on the AC. The AC blows nice and cold. No issues with the AC. There's no check engine lights either. Car does not have any check engine lights. The clutch feels decent. The transmission's fine. The transmission shift's really good, actually. No grinding, no popping out. It's not loose or anything like that. The car steers well. It drives real good. It's steady on the road through all the gears. Yeah, it handles good. As you saw, it has good brakes up front and low pad in the rear, but you know, it's got some decent brakes on it. The C4S, the big brakes. So it's a really cool car. I really like this car. It's gonna need some work. So good thing is it's the 3.6, bigger engine. So when you get done with fixing whatever's wrong, you can put a new IMS bearing in, you can do the rear main seal, all that stuff that everybody wants to do. And I don't know if I missed anything. Both windows work just fine. No problem with the windows. The power mirrors. It's got cruise control. What else? Rear seating area. It's like brand new, as you can imagine. Door panels, everything over here looks brand new. The headliner is in nice condition as well. Got your dome lights here, work just fine. It's a nice car. The car looks like it was definitely taken very good care of. Unfortunately, the engine had a problem and the guy that had this sold it, so that's most likely the story. It's got heated seats. Everything on the car works except for the keyless entry. I'm not sure if it's missing the little electronic thing inside or if it just needs a battery, but I mean, overall the car, even the visors, both have the little covers and they work. The car is a real nice car, so unfortunately that engine's making noise. So that's it. I've got the Carfax. It's clean. It has no accidents. I can email that to you. Just ask me, send me your email address, and then you know, give me a call if you have any further questions. Thank you.